Let's get right into it. Number 7. The memory-stealing pills. Hiding in your medicine cabinet. That innocent-looking allergy pill you popped this morning might be secretly sabotaging your brain. Those everyday medications you trust are quietly dismantling your memory. Piece by piece. We're not talking about some rare side effect buried in tiny print. This is happening to millions of people right now. And they have no idea. These common meds, allergy pills, sleep aids, even some cold medicines, they all attack the same target in your brain, acetylcholine. Picture acetylcholine as your brain's elite messenger service, the one responsible for delivering critical intel about memories and focus. When you swallow these pills, you're essentially firing that messenger. No messenger, no messages. No messages, no memories. At first, the signs are subtle. A dry mouth here, a foggy moment there. You blame it on stress or age, but here's where it gets terrifying. Scientists discovered that people over 55 who use these strong anticholinergic drugs for more than 3 years face a nearly 50% higher risk of dementia. 50%. Your brain literally starts writing memories in disappearing ink. These aren't dangerous prescription drugs locked behind pharmacy counters. They're sitting on grocery store shelves, marketed as safe and gentle. They're probably in your bathroom cabinet right now, looking as harmless as vitamins. But just because something doesn't need a prescription doesn't mean it can't destroy your mind. Number 6. The shocking truth about your harmless drink. That relaxing glass of wine you're about to pour, you might as well be pouring it directly onto your brain tissue and watching it shrivel. Scientists scanned the brains of over 36,000 adults and discovered that even light to moderate alcohol consumption is associated with reductions in brain volume. Not just heavy drinking, not binge drinking, any drinking. At age 50, the difference between drinking about half a beer and a full beer daily is linked to brain changes equivalent to aging 2 years. One extra drink doesn't just add damage. The effect gets worse the more you drink. Your brain is aging in dog years. And alcohol is holding the leash. Picture your brain as a thriving metropolis. The neurons are skyscrapers where all your thoughts, memories, and personality live. The connections between them are highways, carrying vital information. Now, imagine a wrecking ball labeled alcohol, systematically demolishing buildings and ripping up roads. The medical establishment fed us a comfortable lie. For decades, moderate drinking is fine. Maybe even healthy. They were wrong. Dead wrong. There is no safe amount of alcohol for your brain. Oh, and about that, heart-healthy, red wine. Your brain doesn't care about the antioxidants when it's literally shrinking from the alcohol. The damage is invisible until it's too late. You feel fine after that cocktail, maybe even sharper. Meanwhile, your brain volume is decreasing. Your neural pathways are narrowing. And your cognitive reserve, your brain's emergency backup system, is being depleted, drink by drink. Number 5. The silent brain strangler. That innocent-looking salt shaker on your table is quietly orchestrating one of the most devastating assaults on your brain. Excess salt is literally strangling your brain from the inside, and it's happening even if your blood pressure is perfect. Here's what's unfolding in your skull. Every time you reach for that shaker, your blood vessels, the lifelines keeping your brain alive, start shrinking like deflating balloons. Scientists watched in real time as excess salt transformed healthy, flexible brain arteries into tight, rigid tubes. It's like someone is slowly replacing your brain's fire hoses with coffee stirrers. Your brain desperately needs nitric oxide. Think of it as the WD-40 for your blood vessels, keeping everything flowing smoothly. But a high-salt diet can lead to a deficiency of nitric oxide. Without this crucial molecule, your brain's traffic system goes from a 6-lane highway to a dirt road. The traffic jams aren't just inconvenient. They're killing brain cells by the thousands. Salt also corrupts your brain's tau proteins, the structural steel beams holding your neurons together. These proteins start clumping into twisted, useless tangles. It's like watching the support beams in a building rust and buckle in. Fast forward, these tangles create roadblocks between neurons, turning your brain's information superhighway into a maze of dead ends. You feel nothing while this destruction unfolds. No headaches, no warning signs. No symptoms until the damage is catastrophic. Your brain is being slowly strangled, and salt has made you numb to your own destruction. People with normal blood pressure readings are walking around with brains that look like they've been through a slow-motion car crash. Number 4. The crispy foods frying your brain cells. That satisfying crunch when you bite into fried chicken. That's the sound of your brain cells screaming. When oil hits extreme temperatures, it transforms into a neural nightmare. We're not talking about adding a few calories. We're talking about creating toxic compounds that treat your brain like a battlefield. These compounds, with names like acrylamide and aldehydes, don't just pass through your system. They infiltrate your brain tissue and start a fire that never quite goes out. Imagine your brain wrapped in its protective blood-brain barrier. Like a castle with walls designed to keep out invaders. Now picture hot oil creating tiny, flaming arrows that punch straight through those walls. Once inside, these compounds trigger massive inflammation. Your brain literally starts swelling from the inside. Like a sponge soaking up poison, scientists watched in horror as people who regularly ate fried foods showed dramatic cognitive decline. Memory tests that should be easy became impossible. Learning new information felt like trying to write on wet paper. Their brains were literally operating through a haze of inflammatory chemicals. Like trying to think clearly while your head is on fire. The blood vessels in your brain, those crucial highways delivering oxygen and nutrients, start to constrict and harden. It's like someone is slowly replacing your brain's plumbing with narrow, rusty pipes. Less blood flow means less oxygen. Less oxygen means dying neurons. Dying neurons mean a dying mind. Number 3. The grocery store items fogging your brain. Those colorful packages in your pantry aren't just bad for your waistline, they're literally installing a fog machine in your brain. People eating ultra-processed foods experience a faster rate of mental decline. One study found a 28% faster rate of cognitive decline. Your brain is aging an extra 3 months for every year you live. You're not just eating junk food, you're eating brain poison disguised as convenience. Open any package with an ingredient list that reads like a chemistry textbook. Maltodextrin, sodium stearoyl lactylate, tertiary butyl hydroquinone. These aren't foods, they're industrial chemicals. And your brain knows it. Every unpronounceable ingredient triggers an inflammatory response. Like your brain is having an allergic reaction to your lunch. Picture your neurons as city streets, normally buzzing with electrical traffic. Now imagine someone wrapping each street in layers of inflammatory bubble wrap. The signals slow down, the messages get muffled. Simple tasks, like remembering why you walked into a room, become Olympic events. That's your brain on processed foods, and the food industry knows this. They have neuroscientists on payroll, designing foods that hijack your brain, while slowly destroying it. Number 2. The midnight snack that scrambles your memories. That late night raid on your fridge isn't just sabotaging your diet. You're literally scrambling your brain's filing system. Picture your brain as the world's most meticulous librarian, working the night shift to organize every memory from your day. This librarian has one requirement: silence and darkness to do the job. But when you stumble into the kitchen at midnight for that leftover pizza, you're essentially blasting death metal in the library. The librarian throws up their hands in frustration and starts shoving memories into random drawers. Your body runs on an ancient internal clock that's more precise than a Swiss watch. For millions of years, darkness meant sleep and fasting. Light meant eating and activity. But when you flip on those kitchen lights and start munching at 1 a.m., you're sending your brain into full panic mode. It's like telling a computer it's simultaneously 3 p.m. and 3 a.m. The whole system crashes. Late night eating specifically attacks your hippocampus, the brain region that converts experiences into long-term memories. It doesn't matter if you're eating organic kale or gas station nachos. The timing is what destroys your memory consolidation. Those important conversations, that crucial work presentation, that beautiful sunset, all getting filed in your brain's equivalent of the spam folder. The damage compounds night after night. Each midnight snack session is like letting a tornado loose in your mental library. Memories that should be crystal clear become foggy. Information you need gets buried under piles of neural confusion. You wake up feeling like your brain went through a blender. Because, essentially, it did. Number 1. The brain-killing torture device. That comfortable office chair you're sitting in is slowly suffocating your brain. This isn't hyperbole. The moment you sink into that chair, your brain's blood flow can drop significantly. Studies have shown prolonged sitting can reduce cerebral blood flow. Nearly half of your brain's life-giving blood supply gone, just from sitting. Imagine your brain is a $10,000 supercomputer that needs constant cooling to prevent a meltdown. Now imagine someone crimping the cooling tubes. That's exactly what sitting does to your neural highways. The main artery feeding your brain, the one keeping you sharp, creative, and mentally alive, starts closing like a slowly tightening noose. Your memory centers are gasping for oxygen. Your decision-making regions are operating on emergency power. Your creativity is being strangled in real time. Scientists can literally watch your brain dim on their scanners as you sit there, getting dimmer with each passing minute. This isn't just making you temporarily foggy. Extended sitting actually ages your brain faster. Those 8-hour desk marathons are adding years to your brain's biological clock. Your brain actually has an incredible reset mechanism. But you have to activate it. Standing up and walking for just 2 minutes every half hour can offset the decline in cerebral blood flow. 2 minutes. That's less time than a bathroom break. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.